Hello everyone, this is William May with Century 21. Hey, this video is gonna be different. I'm gonna be off the chain on this one. I'm gonna be speaking to the heart. And just to let you know, it seemed like the last month or so, I've been getting a lot of calls about how do I prospect, comments on my videos. Um, some people's calling me about the fearless agent. What do you think about it? Should I take it? Uh, Asked me about advice on prospecting, different things. Um, the first thing I'm going to say is I'm not a coach. I'm not, I don't feel like I'm the one you should be asking these questions to. I see you see me out there, posting my videos and stuff like that. I see a lot of agents, maybe not a lot of agents, but some agents, they be, uh, have a facade or put it out there like they doing all these deals, but they're good on camera, but they're not really producing. Um, I always I always like going to the people that's moving, shaking, actually like closing deals. And in my experience, the ones that's knocking it out of the park, they're not usually bragging about it. You know, I know Colton does a little bit, but he's one of the exceptions. But a lot of times they're usually to themselves. They don't be like bragging about, oh, I did this, did that, and did this or whatever. But my thing is, you know, I'm a regular agent. I specialize in listing properties. If you're thinking about selling your home, I'm the guy to go to. I don't usually work with buyers. I got burned with some buyers, so maybe that's why I don't really work with buyers. If you are a buyer, you want to work with me, hey, we have to get pre-approved. You have to do what I say. You have to have all your ducks in a line. I'm gonna set you on some listing alerts. I'm gonna send you some properties that match your criteria. When you select the ones that you like, you drive by them. You say, "Hey, I looked at the neighborhood. I looked at the house. I want to take a look at the house." I schedule an appointment with the listing agent to make sure that I could go direct, or I have to set an appointment. We'll go look at um, 3 to 4 properties, and you pick the best one that you like, and we write an offer on it. Sometimes in this market, we might have to round two offers, but if you work with me, that's my system. It's a proven system. Matter of fact, that system was I learned that from Colton. But what I'm saying is, it's like a lot of hungry agents are like looking for the next shiny object. I'm going to tell you a story. I don't know if I'm saying it right, wrong, or whatever. It was this business young man. He wanted to be in business. He talked to a guru. The guru said, "Hey, you want to be successful in business? You want to be at my level? My level? You meet me here. Um, you meet me at the beach in the morning at the crack of dawn. Come and be prepared to do whatever I tell you to do." So the young guy came in a business suit, all suit and tied up, Mr. GQ. So he was like, "Hey, you want to be successful? You need to walk out into the ocean." He was like, "Well, what? You crazy?" I was like, "Hey, you gotta come out here." So he started walking out to the ocean. He got up to his ankles. He's like, "Now what?" He's like, "Keep on walking." Then he got to his waist. He was like, "Hey, keep on coming." Hey, we need to come out here more. Get up out to his neck. The guy was like, this guru is crazy. He don't know what he's talking about. The guru start pushing him down. The guy was like, "Oh, hey," trying to get air and stuff like that. And just before he was going to pass out, he lets him up. Guy's all coughing, it's like trying to get his breath and stuff like that. He's like, when you want to be successful, when you really want to be successful, where you want to be successful so bad, where you want it as much as you want air, then that's when you know you need to do what you need to do to succeed. You have to do what you don't want to do at the highest level to succeed in real estate. And in prospecting, when I got into real estate, I didn't know. It was like, hey, give me a phone. They call me. I make some money. No, it's a lot more to that. If you want to succeed in real estate, you have to do what you don't want to do at the highest level. There's many coaches out there. I took a list. Colton Lindsay, Derek Lipsky, Bob Leffler, James Festini, that's my boy James, Tom Hopkins, Brad Korn, Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, Barino, Mike Scott, Kevin Ward, Tim and there's a gang of them out there. But what all of these coaches will tell you, you need a prospect. You need a prospect in the morning. You need a prospect from 8 to 11:30. You need to be on the phones, door knocking or calling. Um, you know, it doesn't matter if you're going to be calling for sale by owners, expires, or cold calling. You just need to be prospecting. You need to know your numbers. And when I first got into real estate, it was just so simple to me. I didn't get it. It's a video out there where I'm not even 2 to 3 months in the business. I see one of Colton's Lindsay's videos and I call him up and I was like, hey, you know, show me how you prospect by scripts and he's doing the exact script by Bob Leffler. This is like 2011. It's not like new in the business. I just think if I would have just took what he told me, he's like, hey, you need to get a coach. You know, back then I had different coaches, since then, but if I would have just took it to heart instead of trying to spend, I, man, I spent thousands of dollars on crap I had no business spending money on. Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, just different gimmicks. I just threw my money away. If you got extra money, you need to get signed up with a coach. Um, Let me backtrack on prospecting. Uh, as different people ask me, well, when you prospect, how you prospect, I see you door knocking. Yeah, I I like door knocking. I like Tim and Julia Harris, what they say about having different spokes in the wheel. You need those, just more than one thing. Bob Leffler, love the man. He deals with like cold calling. That's his thing. That's what he grew his business on. So I cold call. I door knock. I work expired listings. Barino. I bought Barino system. This right here, this is what I use. This is what I use for my pre-listing. Like the little one. Where I give somebody, if I'm like, want to introduce myself, it has like a little information in the front. Got some testimonials right here. Got all the properties that I've sold on this side. Give a little information about me. Some more information. I always put a call to action. So if they go to this website, C21 William May Market Analysis.com, I catch their address. It's pretty cool. Also, too, I use this system as a pre-listing packet. I put the information in here, got my testimonials, got some more homes right here, and I put like a little net sheet. Bob says don't talk about price until they're sold on the agent. So, but I found that you know the work, but you have to find your own little niche or whatever works for you. Also, too, you know, I have a thing about coaches. You know, I really believe if you're going to be coaching me, you need to be in the business. You need to be actively buying and selling, helping people buy and sell real estate, not just well like, hey, well, hey, I've done it before or I know the system. I love podcasts, Super Agents Live. I like the guy. I like the interviews. He interviews top agents, but he hasn't sold any real estate. He says he made his first million in real estate, but it's not as a real estate agent, but he's coaching real estate agents to be successful in real estate. To me, that's contradictive. Bob Leffler, you know, he used to be in real estate, so that makes sense. Kevin Ward, he's actively buying and selling real estate, so he's a trainer. That makes sense. Um, my buddy James Festini, I like his show because the first day of real estate. So what you need to do when you first get into real estate, I like that. You know, so all these people have certain pieces, that I like, that I put in my system that helps me. And if you ask me, like, well, hey, there's Bob Leffler, there's Colton Lindsay, Derek Lipsky, James Festini, all these different people, the coach. Well, who would you suggest? I suggest whoever's comfortable for you, because some people are not comfortable with other people. All these people have different channels on YouTube. You could check them out. But for me, I would definitely say Bob Leffler system. Even Colton Lindsay, he has just talked to him today, because they had the Fearless Agent Boot Camp where they was working with the listings, and he was talking about he have a complimentary coaching program for his new mindset. And with Colton's mindset and with Leffler's system, in the last 2 months, you know, I took 4 listings. Three of those listings was at 7%, one's at 6%. I have a buyer under contract, another buyer that might be going under contract with my partner. I don't usually work with buyers that much, but hey, but we're a team. But with Bob Leffler, he gives you the exact words and phrases what you need to know, and how to overcome objections. A lot of different people like talk about scripts and different things, but this is the piece of the puzzle I was missing. And it was like kind of like, all right, well, after I prospect and I get to the appointment, then what should I do? Because last year I lost out on a lot of listings because I didn't have a canned presentation. I didn't have a memorized presentation that I could talk intelligently to the client to let them know exactly what's my plan of action on how I'm going to get the home sold. And that's what Bob Leffler and Colton Lindsay have done. And that helps me to, like, just knock it out of the park. So that way, when I get to, like, hey, sign here, sign the contract, all their objections are already taken care of, because of with the dialogue that you go through. So I just want to, hey, give a shout out to Bob and thank him for that, Colton Lindsay, because that mindset is like it just shifted. Because like now it's like when I was thinking like, well, hey, what's going on? Why I can't do this? It's changed. So if you're thinking about um, working with a coach, at least try Bob out. He have a free teleseminar on Tuesdays. Um, I believe it's like at 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. So it might be different other times. But the number is 712-775-7035. And the access code is 264649. And then Colton Lindsay, if you want to talk to him or sign up for his complimentary coaching, is 801-675-8570. That number 801-675-8570. I believe Derek Lipsky have some coaching too. You can check out his video. But with with coaching, you want to get somebody actively involved. I see different people is like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. This is what you do, and all this other stuff. But they don't have the business to back them up. Like I told you, I'm not the one. I'm not at like 50 transactions a year. I'm hardly far from that level, but I'm gradually getting to that level. It's what was it called? Have it written down. Uh, all right, here we go. the evolution of an agent. Colton Lindsay was just talking about this on one of his video about um, putting things off or whatever. I forget the title of the video, but evolution of an agent is when you're like you have to work hard, you have to put in the hours, you have to cold call, and then after a while, after you start getting those deals, then you start having a database of past clients referrals, and then you can like follow up on them, and then you start getting in the beginning, you start getting most of your deals from prospecting, and then you get your other deals from backing up from somebody just walked in and kind of messed me up. But your past clients, then you start getting referrals, business from your referrals. So it's like an evolution process. You're cold calling, you're door knocking, you're prospecting, you're on the phones from 8 to 11:30, 12, and then you start getting your other business where it start branching out. You start growing your network, with other people. Maybe you have a farm, and when you start a farm, you gotta know it's not gonna produce any fruit for 6 to 12 months. So you gotta make sure that when you put in these newsletters and notepads, you're doing it every month, because people, I found out, and it's true, Tom Hawkins will tell you, after a while, they'll forget about you. You gotta stay in front of them. I send a little postcard, put them in my little database. One thing I love is these notepads. I got different notepads. I see different agents like, yeah, I took a listing. I got, I'm making notes on some guy's notepads. I was like, yeah, but how often that happens? Most of the time, they have my notepads. They give me a call back and say, hey, we running low. We need some more. You know, and that's a touch. You know, another thing I would suggest too is, once you get into Bob's system and you know the right words, and when you want to evolve and start working your database, I would really suggest Coach Corn. Contact him for really working your database. Bob Lessler has a referral generator. That's great. But with Coach Corn's database with the 33 touch, 12 direct, um, you know, the Keller Williams model, it's like on steroids. So if you use that, I went through the system. I'm implementing it. I'm seeing a lot of good out of it. But it's just with the different coaches, you get different pieces into the puzzle that makes a full agent where you can best help your clients. So I hope that helps. Anything else I should say? Oh, like different books. You know, I'm not real big at reading, but I got like The Shift, Sales Prospecting, The Perfect Phrases. Got this book from my boy oh, my mind's a blank, so always Richard Portland. Hey, thanks Richard. And then I have my person I talk to every week, Jason Morris. He keeps me on track to keep doing my calls and my doors for sell by owners and expires, making sure that I'm on track with my numbers. You have to have somebody as accountability partner to make sure that you stay on track. Like a coach. Hey, that's good. The coach, like, hey, you need your numbers. You need your numbers, but I need coaching. I've been through coaching before where they was like, "Oh, Mike Ferry says you need to keep your numbers, keep your numbers, keep your numbers, and if they're not ready to buy and sell now in the next 7 to 14 days, you need to write them off and move on." Well, if they're not ready to buy and sell in 7 days, I'm still gonna keep calling them, because National Association of Realtors says, I think 70% of all transactions is from follow up. You know, um, so I do that. Back to I have Audible, so I have. Can you see? You can't really see, but I have. The Compound Effect, love that book. If you do a little bit every day, just a little bit more, call, door knock, you know, after a while it'll multiply like that penny. If it's a story about uh two sons, the father was like, I'm about to die, so you want $1 million or you want this penny? One son says, "Oh, I take the $1 million and I can invest in doing this, that, and this." The kid said, "I take the penny," and the penny multiplies every day. Well, at the end of the month, the penny goes to, I believe it's $10 million. And the other son, maybe lost most of his money because he was trying to do investments and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the compound effect, the 10x rule, Grant Cardone, um, the cow, the E-Myth, Brian Tracy, the art of closing, the ultimate sales machine, shift, becoming a sales pro by Tom Hawkins, closing by Grant Cardone. It's just a millionaire real estate agent. This book, you gotta have this book. Go to Keller Williams, talk to them. They'll give you a free book to try to recruit you, and you read 133 to 142 or whatever. I Man, I'm starting to sound like Brad Corn. And you just read the 33 touch, um, 6 steps to 7 figures. My computer's telling me my phone's about to ring. The Miracle Morning, The One Thing, the Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. You need to look at that. So it's all these different things that comes together that makes, I guess, a perfect agent. And you need to have those things in place so you can be a better agent. Yeah, so you can be a better agent. Another coach I like, he's right here in my backyard, is Neil Schwartz. I love that man. It's like what he comes out with his videos, and they're encouraging. I get his motivation emails in the morning where they're little clips of audios to say, "Hey, you can do it," and stuff like that. Because sometimes you wake up and you still got the credit on you from the day before, and it really helps. And one thing I like is the mindset. So you got to have the mindset. You got to put in the work. So I'm going to end it because it's already like close to 25 minutes. If you want to be successful in real estate, all those coaches going to tell you to do is wake up early in the morning, maybe around about 5, 6. 6 to me is late, and get to the office at no later than 8 o'clock. Well, maybe like 7:30, 7:45, and start prospecting. Now, and let me be clear, prospecting is not looking up the expired numbers on Land Voice or Mojo or anything like that, getting stuff prepared. That's your homework. That's what you do the night before. So that way in the morning when you come, you just pick up the phone and start dialing. Or if you want to knock on the expired door in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning and say, "Hey, there's the emergency." What's the emergency? Your house is no longer for sale. Let's sit down and show you my proven plan on getting your home sold in the shortest amount of time, put the most money in your pocket, and let's sign this contract and get your house back on the market, market it correctly, show it to people that didn't see your house before, get them through the door so they can fall in love with your house and write an offer on it so we can close and get you to wherever you want to be. So, prospecting is starting at 8 o'clock, either getting on the phones, cold calling, um, calling expireds, calling for sale by owners, and it doesn't matter which one. You can call for sale by owners first or the expired first. You know, um, I call expires first because hey, they're hot, and then I'll call old expires later after my cold calling, but I call the new expires first, the for sale by owners second. Then I do my cold calls, do my follow up calls, I do my Spirit of Influence calls, touching base, a people farm, and just stay on the phones. Don't be distracted by anything else, because you know why a lot of people don't succeed in real estate. And I love this quote from my broker, Carl Wooscott at Century 21 Amber. He says 90% of realtors don't make any money. I was like, what? When I first got in real estate, I was like, what? That don't make no sense. you know But 90% of realtors don't make any money. Why? Because they don't want to prospect. They don't want to work. And so, like I said in the beginning of the video, you have to want to succeed as much as you want to breathe. And it seems like this year is like I just been doing everything I didn't want to do at a high level. I'm trying to do it now at a higher level, and I'm picking up my pace. I'm seeing results. And if you want to succeed, if you really want to succeed, you have to hustle. You have to get on those phones. If you don't know what to say or how to say it, or what to do, call Bob Leffler, call Colton Lindsay, call Derek Lipsey, James Festini, call somebody that you can connect with, that this has your best interests at heart, that's not always looking for a dollar. Because a lot of people out there, it's like, well, hey, give me a dollar and I'll help you out. Yeah, they're in the business of helping you, but also too, you know, they're been in the business, and they're in the trenches right now. They know what's going on in the real estate market. And a lot of people ask me, well, should I use Landvoice or RedX? It depends on your market, because the California LA market, in my opinion, is better with Landvoice than RedX. But RedX might be better in Utah or Texas or somewhere. You have to try different systems that fits to your marketplace. So I hope I was some help. I know it was a big rant, but real estate is important. And it's like it hurts me when I see agents that doesn't even know what pre-qualification means. I was like talking to this one agent, and they said they went on a listing appointment. And when I was talking to him, I was like, that wasn't a listing appointment. That was just an appointment. You just went over there to talk to them about their house. Why did you think it was a listing appointment? Oh, well, because I talked to them about maybe listing their house. Well, did you pre-qualify them? What is pre-qualifying? See, that's why real sellers and buyers have a um bad rap with us, because it's like they come across these agents that don't know anything, and don't know how to work, or how to help their client. And that's what we need to do: excel our education to the level where anytime we get a transaction, we can negotiate it and help them get the highest price possible for their house, or the lowest possible price for their house, so we can close the deal and help them move on to their life. Because I always tell my clients, this is a life-changing event. If we work as a team, we'll succeed. If we don't work as a team, we're not going to succeed. And if I feel that you have your mind set up on doing things you want to do it, I'll turn away from the listing. I'm not going to take a listing, because like Colton says, it's like, what if something's going to crash on Friday, might as well let it crash or let it go on Tuesday. Why waste that time when you could be helping somebody else that really needs your time? So this is William May with Century 21. If you have any questions, give Bob Leffler a call, Colton Lindsay, or Derek Lipsky, or James Festini. All these guys, I know that they can help you. Just go on YouTube and find them, and they'll more than happy to help you. But I gave you some information for Bob Leffler's um, free coaching program on Tuesdays. I gave you the number to that, but I give it to you one more time. Bob Leffler, free coaching seminars on Tuesday, and it's 712 775 7035. That number again is 712 775 7035, and the access code is 264649, and it's Fearless Agent on Facebook. So you can send Bob Leffler a call, and Colton Lindsay. He's on Facebook, and his number is 801 675 8570. I hope these numbers are correct because I write like chicken scratch. So, all right. I hope this helps. This is William May with Century 21. Oh, one more thing. This real estate award is not mine. It's a Ruby award um, for an agent in my office. Yeah, so many didn't want it, but I took it because I wanted to get me one for myself. I'm going to be the best agent for me and my clients, and I'm going to make sure that I take care of as many customers as I can to get them the best value for their property. And I have to do everything in my power to prospect from 8 to 11:30 and hustle. So I'm going to get my own, and you get yours. This is William May signing off. Thank you.